Hi guys, it's Lorena at Jidon Library again. Today we're going to be doing a couple crafts. Let me pick up something here. There we go. All right. The first one we're going to do is a fun little craft for kids. The parents will have to help them with some of it, but they could give it to their special Valentine or whatever. So what I did is I just went and grabbed some felt. I liked this pink, so I just cut out a flower shape and put a hole in the center. And then I took a piece of green and I put it behind my flower shape and then made leaves. And then I cut that out. And you can't, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I did draw lines on there to look like the veins of the leaf. So then you put that over the top and place it wherever you want there. And then I did a little tiny flower to go in the center. And then all you do is you take a Tootsie Pop, you stick it through that hole in the center, and they have their little flower that they can give to somebody. So simple, easy craft, take you a few minutes. So there's that. The bigger thing we're doing today is our flip glass Valentine's cup here. And it does have little lights in it. So if you can see them now, the little fairy lights are glowing. I did sculpt a little teddy bear out of clay. We're not going to be doing that, but we can put a candle on the top. Kind of some simple supplies here. We had some old discs, and a lot of people, you might have these laying around. I'm going to use the shiny side as the side that sits up, so that'll be this side here. And then I had some red felt, and that's going to go on the bottom. If you notice, I leave a little cutout here. That's so I can put the lights in there. And it makes it a little bit more even having that felt and then having it cut right there. So I'm going to figure out kind of where the center part is here. I might go ahead and put a little dot in there. Because what we're going to need to do is put just a little hole in the bottom of that. So I'm folding it in half, and then I'm just doing a little kind of V cut there. And that gives me a little hole there, and that's where the fairy light's going to go through. So you can use tacky glue or the quick grab tacky glue. I'm going to go kind of the quick way today, and I'm going to use the hot glue. So if you're doing this with kids, make sure you're really careful with the hot glue. So, and then I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to set it down in. Now, the fairy light comes kind of like this. I got them on Amazon. I bought a kit of them. There's a whole bunch of them. So I think like 20 or something. I unwound it. It kind of gets tangled up a little bit, but that doesn't matter for what we're doing. So I'm wanting the lights to go up. So I'm going to be putting it through the side here with the felt, because that's going to be my bottom side. And then on the bottom part here, there's a thicker part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that part down. I'm going to take a little bit of glue and put that in there. And let that kind of hold it's got to grab just a little bit while that glue dries. Be careful kind of doing that because it is kind of hot. Unless you have one of the cool glue guns, which has the cool temp. And then I'm going to put more glue on here because I want to hold that down. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Now the glass here, there's different styles, but this one I got at the Dollar Tree. So you can go down there and find them for $1. So, and then just kind of clean them out inside, make sure they're kind of clean. Maybe you're going to be going upside down. We had some flowers here at the library, so I just pulled a rose off, and I pulled off one of the thing of leaves, and I'm going to just glue that onto the back of the rose. You might come across a rose that you won't have to take the leaves off, but most of the leaves are a little bit further down on the rose, and I wanted it close up to the rose. So I'll let that dry a little. A little bit more on there. Just trying to come off. Guess I got to be patient with it. I tend to get in a hurry. Well, that's kind of cooling off and hardening there. I'm going to tell you next time, it'll be 2 weeks. It'll be the 17th of this month. We're going to be doing some bandana crafts. So here's a bracelet with bandana. So pretty simple, easy craft. And then there's a bandana wreath. And if you want to do these, we do have kits. So it's while supplies last. So the beginning of the week of the 17th, you'd be able to come in and pick up a kit. If you want to call ahead of time and reserve one, we can do that. But like I said, it's while supplies last, so you want to make sure if you want to do that, that you pick up your kit. You can watch it while I'm working on it, or you can watch it later. So if you do pick it up after, that's okay too, but you'll want to make sure you get it before they're gone. Okay. Sometimes this leaf doesn't want to stay on too well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to untangle, there's a little spot here that's tangled. And then I'm going to take some of the light here, and I'm just going to kind of shove some of it down into the glass. And when I first did it, I had all the lights at the top and I didn't have any at the bottom. So you want to make sure that you kind of spread them out so you have a little bit down towards the bottom there. It is kind of harder to see it there, but it's kind of nice having a little bit more light in there. That leaf just does not want to stay on here. So what I'm going to do, it may come off while it's in there, but I'm going to just kind of squeeze this rose together, and I'm going to stick it down in there. And I'm going to stick some more of the light down there. I probably should have had more of it down in there. Let me just shove some more. I forget how many lights are actually on this thing. There's actually quite a bit. Okay, so it's going to go on the top like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the edge of the glass here. And I'm going to put that on there. Kind of didn't go exactly where I wanted it, but it's okay. So you see that there. And then your fairy light, you pull the little tab out and then you flip that on and you've got your lights going on in there. Okay. If you don't like it, you can take, because that hot glue doesn't hold the best, but you can take and move your stuff around a little bit. I kind of want to move that rose just a little with that leaf. There's a petal sticking down. So what I'll do here, once I get that, let me move that over so you can see. Once I get that in there, those lights just want to keep popping out here. I'm going to use the scissors and push that under there. And it's still coming out. There we go. So you can take and put glue around the outside here. You don't have to do it all the way around if you don't want to. You could just do like sections. It's up to you. And you can like reuse this for another project sometime if you wanted. So there, I changed it a little bit. It's got more of the lights in the front of the rose. The leaves are on the side. Now I also I did these a long time ago, but they're little resin hearts, and these have the candy hearts in them. And then there's one that's kind of like a candy heart. It says True Love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them right on to here. Another time I might show you guys how to work with some of the resin, but we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, I don't want to cover up all the words. There we go. I'll just put that one down there. Okay. And then I took some of this ribbon. Well, it's not even really ribbon. It's kind of almost like it has adhesive on it, but it doesn't. And I'm going to start from the back side here and put a little bit of glue on there. Do a little bit at a time. And I'm going to glue that on. Turn it around, do a little bit more. There are so many really cute projects with the flip cups like this. There's one I found, and hopefully we'll be able to do it sometime. I'd like to try it. It's like a fairy jar one, and you have like moss and stuff like that, and the fairy inside the glass. It's really kind of cute. Out. Burned myself on that one. I didn't cut the ribbon because last time I did, I cut it a little bit too short. And I want to make sure we get to the edge here. So now I'm going to trim that. Make sure that there's a little on the edge so it'll stay. Not the straightest job, but okay, so there's that. And then, like I said, you could take and put like a little figurine or something on top of there, like I did with the teddy bear here. You can take a little candle and put a candle on the top. So it's kind of like that. If you don't want like a flame here, you can get a tea light candle. Some people were like, well, there's enough light in the jar that you don't need that. So maybe instead of putting these down here, you might want to put them on the top there. So it's up to you on how you want to do that. I thought on this one I might take a little bit of pink ribbon. This might be overkill, but I'll take a little bit of pink here. Figure it's Valentine's. You got to have red and pink and all that, right? Not want to come off here. I've had some of this ribbon for quite a while, so let me trim it here. There we go. So I'm just going to take this, maybe wrap it a couple times around there and tie it. Maybe do a double. And then I do my bows a lot of times this way. And then there, turn it around. I like to trim it at an angle. They don't have to be the same length. But there, now you have a little bit more decoration to it also. And put the candle on it and you're good to go. So thanks for joining me. I know that they're quick projects, but I hope you kind of like them and maybe you'll get your kids to help and do some of these. This would be a cute thing to do for teachers. Or Sunday school class, whatever you have, you might want to do something like that. This would be a good thing for like moms, grandmas, aunts, even a teacher, because it's not very expensive to make. So like I said, next time we'll be doing the bandana crafts. You can pick up your kit here. So thanks for joining me and we'll see you next time.